Hello and welcome to another episode of Between the Studs. I will be your host today, Daniel. We've also got Austin and Joe with me today.
What's up?
Thank you.
Yes,
We've got a very magical subject for today's video. We will be talking about our top 5 sets from Harry Potter throughout the years.
Potter.
So, yes, thank you. That's
Potter.
Good. Thank you, Malfoy. Austin's blonde. He can do
There
it.
you go,
Yeah.
you're Malfoy.
So, without further ado, let's kick it off. So, we've each picked our top 5 favorite sets from all of Harry Potter, everything from 2001 all the way up until present day, 2023. So, we'll be going through our favorite sets. Austin, why don't you start us off with your number 1 pick?
Yeah. So we're going number 1 like as in best favorite
It
set?
doesn't have to be best.
Whatever
If
order
you
you
want to
want.
rank them, you can.
I'm going to start with the lower end of my top
There you go.
5.
Save your best for last.
I'm the newbie Harry Potter guy. I like the new sets. You can hate on me if you will. Start off.
I will.
Well, you're a longtime fan of Harry Potter, but
No,
maybe
no,
maybe
you know,
Lego Harry Potter fan?
Yeah, Lego Harry Potter. I'm into the new sets, but books. I've read them countless times.
There you
so
go.
yeah, don't call me out on my validity as a fan.
Wow, throwing out big words early.
Yeah.
Validity.
No, so number 5, we got the Ministry of Magic, set number 76403, 990 pieces. The set came out in 2022. Retails for about $100 right now on Lego.com. You can get it for $70. Might be a good pickup if you're looking for investment or just want a cheap addition to your Harry Potter collection. Set came with 9 minifigures. They're all okay. They're not super special, but you get a Dolores Umbridge in there when she first came out. And Order of the Phoenix was her first appearance, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
And then you see her until
Unfortunately.
Deathly Hollows. Right?
Yeah. They kept bringing her back. I like this set. When the rumor for this first came out, this was something they've never done before.
Exactly.
So there was room for, a lot of, some of the iconic things from the various movies that the Ministry appeared in, including the Hall of Prophecies, the phone booth that comes down, the little
The
paper
fireplaces
airplanes,
where they come in through the
fireplace,
toilets
really
and all that
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
They've done that feature in a few different sets. I think starting at least in the first Burrows set,
Yeah.
they had a Flu Network fireplace. So some good stuff. Really nice color scheme. A lot of dark green parts.
I like the pink and the
yeah.
green together.
Yeah, really nice. Good,
Yeah.
good
It
fades,
does have
good
those
parts.
dark green masonry bricks, which are
Yeah,
really nice.
it really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Probably the debut for that
I
part in that
believe
color.
so,
I would have
yeah.
to imagine. So good stuff from that set.
It's
for
also
sure.
pretty
That's a solid choice.
easy build, If you're looking for a set for your, younger child or something like that, it's pretty simple, almost modular build all the way up. So
Stands pretty large for that price point too, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's not a very deep facade, but you get this
It's a
really
big
nice
statement,
kind
yeah.
of connected archway thing, which is kind of an unusual set
Yeah.
layout, not something we get very often. Pretty solid choice. Joe, would you get it or would you forget it?
I did get it and then traded
get it?
I
Oh,
got
you
it.
traded
I got
it?
it to trade. I actually traded it this morning.
Was that because it was
I did it to get the
not
Gringotts
what you hoped
vault.
for, or just out of necessity?
It was out of necessity
Okay.
because I actually do kind of want it. So that's when I traded it, I was like, I kind of want it, but maybe I'll get it down the road later. Probably won't. I like Harry Potter. I've fallen into it. That's why I'm in this video.
That's
And
all that I
I'm
own.
trying,
You've been indoctrinated.
I'm trying to push myself back some because if I keep getting all the good sets like this, I'm gonna run out of space. And I'm already out of
Yeah.
space for everything else I collect. So
Yeah.
I do like it. Would like to have it, but won't get it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I like this set a lot, but I'm just
Space.
I can't get a lot anymore. So
The stuff you
I
get
do like
now
this set,
just doesn't go anywhere. It's
Yeah,
like that's what's
exactly.
up.
Yeah. So
Good,
Guess
solid
it's just
first
me.
choice.
Yeah,
Solid first choice. No,
It is a
very
great
good,
set.
very good set.
Ready
It's
to-
always nice to see something fresh coming out of Harry Potter. So
Yeah.
Indubitably.
hope to see more of that.
All right.
Joe, what you got?
All right. I didn't write down names because I'm special.
Okay,
But
all right.
my first one is 4768, the Durmstrang Ship, which
Okay.
is from Goblet of Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And which is one of my favorite of the movies. I think it's a great movie. I really like Cedric Diggory. I've collected all of his minifigures because I like him. But the Durmstrang Ship.
Well, he's not in this set.
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay.
I just threw
He
that
was
down.
talking about
fine,
the Goblet
sure.
of Fire.
I just want people to know how hot Cedric
You just
is.
wanted to talk.
I want to talk about Cedric.
Uh-huh, yeah.
But the Durmstrang Ship is a fantastic set. It was from 2005 is when this one came out. It's got great molded pieces, awesome flag pieces, and a few chrome elements that are really cool as well.
If you're talking about the molded pieces for the boat hull, I'm pretty sure this boat hull was actually first used in Jack Stone in the Jack Stone
I wasn't going to mention
So,
that.
I don't know if that's what you were talking about.
It is cool, but unfortunately, Jack
The
Stone.
chrome pieces are fantastic. You got some chrome gold dishes as well as the chrome gold 1x1 round plates. I really like the flag.
Yeah, that's
the
one of my favorite.
What's
wet,
falling
like tattered,
down.
droopy looking flags.
Why has they got all the blue in there? You know, the light blue accent.
The blue kind of stands out. It doesn't really fit with the rest of their color scheme, but for 2005, you know, there's always a little bit of quirky.
This
colors
is a
in
set I would highly like to see a remake of.
Yeah,
yes,
that would be awesome.
I would say this is long overdue.
I mean, 18 years overdue.
Yeah.
As old as I am.
And
Dang.
and you know, Lego has a way of kind of coming back around to things. You know, we've seen the Durmstrang Ship popping up in more things like
that
advent
micro
calendars and the micro scale Hogwarts. So it's something that's on their radar, which you know, at least lends itself to possibilities of being made into a set again.
Yeah, and
this
was a cool thing about this set is it actually came in the normal set box with 2 minifigs, which were 2 of those dudes, and then there was
did it come with
Igor Karkaroff
that's
and
right.
Victor Crumb, but in their
like
really cool sort of like fur-lined coat things
we
with
need
the big
new
fur
ones.
hats.
Yeah, we need
they're
new
cool,
but they're very out of date.
Yeah,
but then there was the other version of the
I'm
set.
pretty sure that was a Speed Racer head, maybe.
Oh,
that's
probably.
on Igor Karkaroff there. It looks nothing like him. He had a big long beard.
Yeah, he did. Anyway, there was 2 sets or 2 versions of the set. The one set is that one with those 2 figures, and then they had the bonus minifigures one, which was a Target exclusive. And that came with a Dumbledore, a Harry, a Ron, and a Hermione.
Yeah, nothing exclusive. They were the same
Sleepy
Ron and
faces?
Hermione, at least, with the sleepy faces that came in all of the other.
Very creepy.
The
Goblet of Fire
second
sets.
task, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the Harry
Has that cool Potter
looks to be
logo.
the same one. Oh, it's the same one that came in the Graveyard
Okay.
Duel set.
Okay.
So
And then
not exclusive, but
is the Dumbledore exclusive?
packaging.
Because I feel like it was.
So the Dumbledore was the same one that was in the Hungarian Horntail set, as well as the Hogwarts Castle, which actually came out 2 years later. So interesting.
Oh,
They
yeah,
actually
that is
reused that Dumbledore. They reused that Dumbledore fig a couple times.
Cool.
Interesting.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
so that's my first selection. I like this set. Obviously, I don't have it. It's one of the older ones.
I haven't seen it. We've had it once
had it
in the
before,
store.
Yeah. But what
Would
do you
you
guys
get
think?
it or
Would
would
you
you
get it?
forget
Yeah.
I would forget it based
Okay.
on the minifigures. I think they need to be updated. I really like Karkaroff and Victor Crumb.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could make cool figs, maybe some cool capes or something like that, based on the Durmstrang uniforms seen in the movie. The ship is cool if they took the blue out. I don't know why the light blue is there, but they could make it look really awesome if they did a remake. But overall, it's a cool old set to look at, but I would forget it.
We have gotten updated versions of
Crumb,
Victor Crumb
yes.
in sort of his Yule Ball outfit, as well as some updated Sharkhead ones. But that's the only Igor Karkaroff thing.
Yeah,
they
I've
could
ever
do
gotten.
more. You know?
They could do more.
Yeah.
And they could, Igor Karkaroff could be a really cool figure if they did him
Because he would be
by modern
exclusive,
standards.
you know.
Yeah.
So
So you would rather hold out to see if they do a
Yeah,
remake of
I'd
this
hold
set
out
in
on
the
it.
future. Okay. I do have a soft spot for this one. I had this one as a kid. I probably got it in 2004. So I guess it's get it, forget it, or already got it. So
Yeah, there you go.
I did already get this one, but it's long since scattered to the winds of my bulk collection.
That is unfortunate.
So.
That's
All
just
right,
what you do
let's
when you're
see.
a kid.
What do I want to... I'm probably just going to go chronological with mine because I've got some older ones. So up first from the original 2001 wave, I'm going to pick the original Hogwarts Castle set. This is set 4709. It's one that's it's a little funky looking by modern standards.
But 2001, keep in mind.
It very much follows sort of old build design standards, but there were some really cool play features in this one that I think Harry Potter continued to be well known for several years in terms of hidden secrets and things like that. I think Harry Potter always kind of leaned into from that sort of magical perspective. I mean, there was a lever that you could pull that would open like a trap door on another floor that had like jewels and magic scrolls in it. There were, statues, suits of armor that you could spin around and had things hidden behind them. There was like a chimney that swung out and had actually a Peeves the Ghost minifigure.
Who was never
which
in the movie.
a character we've never gotten in the movie was appearing as a Lego minifigure.
Yeah.
Usually it's the
Not like
opposite.
that, yeah.
So kind of unusual in that sense. There was also this cool thing where you would turn a column and there was like a trans clear treasure chest piece.
Which is such a
It
cool
was like
piece.
hidden behind a column. Yeah, very cool. So this has got that nostalgia factor for me for sure. Not so much the award-winning design or parts usage or anything, but from if you like classic style builds, if you like yellow-faced minifigures and stuff like that, this is one I think that has a soft spot for a lot of people. So some cool things for this. Would either of you get this one, or maybe
Nope.
more likely forget it?
I'm gonna forget it. I mean,
Yeah.
if this wasn't there, none of this other stuff would be here. So I'm glad it exists, but
Yeah.
I don't want it. I
Fair
have no
enough.
desire for it.
Was this the first Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle?
Yeah.
This was the very first Hogwarts Castle. Yep.
I might get it. Just because I like collecting Harry Potter.
Mhm.
So it would be cool to have.
Yeah.
You
Being
know,
the first set.
like,
yeah.
and I might keep it sealed on the shelf, just as like a memorabilia type
Mhm.
thing. So
Yeah, a lot of those early, 2001 Harry Potter sets were a little rough, but that's what actually set the grounds for the sort of modular Hogwarts building
Yeah.
system as well that they've used time and time again. They would have little flyers that they would include with the sets that would show them all put together to try and encourage you to get more of them. So
yeah,
pretty interesting in that regard. And yeah, like you said, Joe, it's kind of set the foundations for everything
Mhm.
we've had since.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're not for everybody.
Nope.
no, yeah, specific taste.
Yeah, for sure. All right, what's your second pick for today, Austin?
Okay, this one hits home with me. Hogsmeade Village. It's set number 76388. 823 pieces, 7 minifigures, and it retails for about $90.
However, sorry to cut you
Sure,
off.
no.
It originally was one of the ones that got jumped up. So this retailed for 80 originally.
Oh, really?
Now it's up to 90.
This
I
was
did not know
mid
that.
price hikes.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I love this set mainly because if you've been to Universal
I have.
in
Yeah.
Orlando
And
and all
it's
that
pretty
stuff,
awesome.
and the way that like this set, it's the 3 broomsticks and what's the candy shop?
Honeydukes.
Honeydukes chocolate, Mr. Flume and Mrs. Flume,
Mm-hmm.
and Madame Rosmerta. These, Hogsmeade buildings are seen all throughout the books and movies if you've read or watched them. And then, like I was saying, if you go to Universal, they
Mhm.
have real life versions of these, and it's really cool to like build something that you've been in. So
Oh,
that's
for sure,
and some of the greatest Harry Potter memories are in the 3 broomsticks or Honeydukes. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I would say about that.
Both of these buildings were done really well, captured the very different vibes of
Yeah, yeah.
each of these two businesses. It's
Mhm.
actually the second time we've seen Honeydukes, but the first one was a little rough.
That little
It came
side
in the-
build.
it was a little side build in the very first Shrieking Shack set, 4756. And it was just a little building with it had some nice trans-clear windows and like some lollipop pieces, and there was like a cool 1x2 tile that was like a chocolate bar kind of pattern, but it didn't look anything like Honeydukes looked in the movie. I mean, this new one, you've got that more iconic kind of green and pink color
and,
scheme.
and I will say, in the build, there's a lot of nice candy pieces and like
For sure.
little cabinets and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
So it's a really detail-oriented set. It came out very well, especially for the price point.
it was really good.
You're
yeah,
getting
good
2
price.
good-sized buildings,
Yeah.
some good figs. It makes any Harry Potter collection look a lot better to have.
I've seen a lot of people add it to like their Winter Village collections
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's
'cause
very
there's some
versatile.
really nice,
Yeah.
snow on the
And
roofs
it's like always
stuff,
winter
so.
there, it seems like. So.
Anytime they go to Honeydukes, no one ever goes to Hogsmeade.
They're never wearing a
Unless
T-shirt
it's-
out there.
it's
yeah.
winter,
Yeah,
yeah.
they only ever go around Christmas time. That's funny. This is one of the few modern Harry Potter sets that I have gotten, I would say, within the last 5 years. So I like this one a lot. I think it's really well done. I still have it on display. As hard to come by as my display space is in my Lego room, I still have this one on display. So that speaks, I think, to how much I like this one.
I also have this one on display. And
There you
it's
go.
A great build.
That's a unanimous get
Yeah,
from all
this
three of us.
one is great, and like you were talking about Universal, that's the reason I wanted it. It's because after I went to Universal, and then this set came out like not long after that, or it had just come out, I was like, man, that's cool because I was there.
You can build
Yeah.
it. and
Exactly,
It's awesome.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
So definitely worth it.
I have actually been kind of collecting and hoarding more of the like printed pieces that we've gotten that are
Uh-huh.
like the little birdie bots boxes and like the little jars of like acid pops
Chocolate
and things that
frogs.
they've come out because I want to go back and maybe like tweak this set and add more like actual shelves of
Mhm.
like those boxes and
That'd be cool.
candies and things because I think one of the downsides of the Honeydukes was it just had some big stickers on the inside,
Yeah.
but I may juice it up a little bit by
Fair enough.
adding some more candy in there.
Maybe sweeten it up.
Sweeten it up. There you go.
Oh,
Great.
nice.
All right, we got our first pun of the episode.
Hey,
Actually, probably not our
look,
first
there you
pun.
go.
I'm sure they
Hey,
will.
dad joke, sure.
Yeah, there
so.
you go. All right, how about you, Joe? What's
All
your
right.
number 2 pick?
This is my other classic set, and it's not 2001 classic, but it's 2007 classic, which is 5378 Hogwarts Castle 3rd edition. They're all numbered by editions, and
Yep.
this is 3rd edition.
How many editions have there been?
Technically, it's by listing. There's 4 editions, but then there's other ones that are just not labeled editions.
So the first edition, the one that I did, covered both Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. The second edition one, which is the one that looks like the clock tower, which I'm actually going to talk about later, covered Prisoner of Azkaban.
Uh-huh.
This was the 3rd edition, which was really based off of Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So,
So-
I guess the second edition technically
Yeah.
covered
The
Prisoner
Goblet
of
of Fire.
Azkaban and Goblet of Fire, kind of.
Yeah.
But the clock tower was, the biggest deal for Prisoner of Azkaban. So yeah, the 3rd edition covered Order of the Phoenix, and then after that, they sort of tended to either backtrack or be more all-encompassing.
Exactly.
These
Yeah.
first 3 were kind of targeted at more
Specific,
specific
yeah.
movies.
So this is a 905-piece set, which is pretty sizable set. I really like this. I've only seen this once in person.
It's a very rare set.
It is. It's super hard to find, and for the longest time, I'm pretty sure it was the only Order of the Phoenix set because they didn't make any until the newer waves have started. But yeah, one of the coolest things about it is click on that picture of the box and you'll see it. It's got a green box art,
I've never
but like
seen that before.
an epic green box art.
It's really cool.
So this is one I would buy, keep it on the shelf sealed because that box makes it look so freaking good.
It makes it pop.
And also has great figures that are super expensive. There's a Dolores Umbridge and Snape. The best Snape ever is
they're
in this
very
set.
expensive minifigs.
And they're
The-
awesome.
The Snape, I've always said, has the head that looks the most like Alan
It's
Rickman.
true. It
It's a
really
really
does.
good
It looks
Snape
so
minifigure.
accurate.
It was the first and also only Umbridge for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
The reason this set was so hard to find is because, people talked about when the 10th anniversary of Harry Potter came up, that people were like, well, you haven't really been making Harry Potter for 10 years. Y'all took a lot of years off in between.
Mhm.
This was the only set that came out from Harry Potter between the years of 2005 and 2010.
10. Yeah.
This came out in 2007.
Good grief.
This was the only set
Which
for
is
about
crazy.
for about 4 or 5 years.
One and done.
And it seems to be made in either very low production numbers or people just didn't buy it because
Mhm.
it's really very rare and pretty highly sought after now. I think it was the first set that came with Thestrals, just as they were the black skeleton horses. But
Yeah.
we had a cool greenhouse with some mandrakes in it, and then a number of those really great minifigs we
And it's a
talked
good
about.
looking castle too.
Nice little room of requirement kind of side build that sat off to the side. So
Yeah.
fantastic set.
Yeah, really cool. I just think this is one of those classic ones that I would 100%. If it comes in and I have credit, I will get it.
Yeah,
But it's expensive.
What's it run you?
It's sealed. It's like
Let's
6
find
to
out.
700.
Good grief.
I'm looking at between 6 and
Yeah.
700.
Yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
rough. Hopefully we get one in used.
Yeah, there you go. I will say I did buy this, but it must have been around about 2007 or 2008. I think it was after it retired though, because I found it in like a hobby store or like an aftermarket kind
Yeah.
of toy store, but it was probably still retail price, if not even discounted lower than that. But I convinced, I think I was with my dad, and I convinced my dad to get it for me. So, of course I opened it and played with it because
Yeah.
I was pretty young at the time, but I was usually gentle with my Lego, so I was able to trade some of these minifigures in for a pretty penny pretty recently. But I'm sure I've still got the set of instructions and the box
Nice.
somewhere. So
Maybe that's
Have to
all I
see if I
need.
can dig
I'll
it
just
out.
buy those from you.
Very
yeah,
cool.
I'll sell you the box and the instructions so you can part it out. Yeah, would you get this one, Austin?
Yeah.
You would get this one.
I'd never seen this one before, and I like it.
It's
I like
very
the box a
oddball.
lot.
Show him the minifigs as
It's
well.
very odd.
Yeah, you were showing me the Snape.
Oh, did I show
Yeah,
you the Snape? Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, there's
Not a big fan of the
greenhouse
old
side
Hagrid,
build.
but I do like the other figs.
Yeah. Dolores and
Let's
her
just
little-
go
Dolores,
to the
yeah.
minifig page. Death Eater was pretty
Creepy,
rudimentary, but that might have been the first Death Eater we got.
Probably.
Well, unless you count the Graveyard
The
Duel
Graveyard
Lucius
Duel.
Malfoy with the
Yeah.
two-sided.
He's-
Look on that
yeah,
Dolores.
Draco.
The
Harry,
Dolores
and
is
Hermione
very
are pretty
disturbing.
basic. She's I mean, but she's the scariest looking one.
Yeah.
I mean, they in later ones they give her the more happy look, even though it's that kind of malicious looking happy, like fake happy. But this one, she's like very stern. But she's
I like that hairpiece.
The hairpiece is pretty wacky. I mean, the umbrage alone, she's like $70 to $90 at least.
It's just insane.
I think she's pretty regularly seen as the second most expensive Harry Potter fig behind that blue Trelawney.
Blue Trelawney is pretty crazy.
That came in the
But
in the
I mean, the
previous
Snape.
Hogwarts
That
Castle.
Snape is pretty expensive too.
Yeah, let's see how much he goes for. That Snape is like
He's up
65 to 80, thereabouts.
But he looks great.
Yeah, he's really fantastic. It's really just that face print.
It really is. Yeah.
So it's like uncanny. How
It
much
looks just like him. Yeah.
All right, that was your second pick, right, Joe?
Hey
Hey,
guys.
Mark.
Hi,
What's
Mark.
going on?
Oh, what's up?
What are you guys filming?
No,
No,
we're just hanging out.
we're
We're
just-
talking about Harry Potter.
You're filming an
I
episode
was-
without me?
I was
No,
eating
we're
lunch.
talking about Harry Potter.
In here.
You guys have fun.
All right.
All right,
Bye,
Mark.
Okay, bye, Mark.
That was close, guys. Yeah, we don't.
Yikes.
Man, if he was not in this episode, that would have been.
We should have hit him with
like the 100th between the studs in a row that he
Yeah, I
had.
don't know how many he's been in a row. Working a streak here.
Obliviate charm.
Yeah.
So he forgets.
Obliviate.
My second pick. So my first pick was 2001. Now we are rocketing ahead to 2002.
Whoa!
With the
What a
original,
jump.
the original Chamber of Secrets build. So
Wow.
pretty much the same build techniques that were going on in the first one. Still pretty rudimentary, but there were some really great things that came out of this one. Most notably the Basilisk,
Man.
which had
Ooh.
several exclusive molded and printed parts. The glow-in-the-dark dagger pieces,
That's
which are
so cool.
absolutely sick. There were some awesome wall panel pieces with
Yeah.
like the snake heads coming out of the wall. The first Fox the Phoenix, molded Fox.
Just a weird looking
really
piece.
awesome. It had bar attachments on the tail, so you
Uh-huh.
could clip minifigures on it and like fly away. I think one of the best things to come out of this set though was the Gilderoy Lockhart
Oh,
minifigure,
absolutely.
which is I think the
He
only
is hot.
minifigure to use sand red pieces, unless you're counting
The battle droid.
Geonosis battle
Yeah.
droid.
I'm pretty sure because
His smile is perfect.
Zam Wessel
Yeah.
is purple.
It's what you imagine it. You know.
There were other Lockhart. There was the other Lockhart minifigure
In the
in the
green?
green outfit
I
from
don't-
the dueling set.
Yeah.
So same hair and head and nice prints on the
It
jacket.
is,
But
but it's not the same.
green is not as cool as sand red.
No, and I actually have the sand red minifigure
It's
because he's so cool.
So good.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to get this set in my collection new sealed, so he's like
Pristine.
he's as mint as
He's
he's
beautiful.
fresh out of the box. So it's
Oh, he's
really great.
So
minifigure.
cool.
But I mean, the set overall, again, very cool. Some fun play features with hidden things behind the wall. You've got the Sword of Gryffindor
Mhm.
in the chrome silver old kind of style there.
I didn't know it came with a Ginny.
Came with a Ginny, yeah.
Ginny
First
Weasley,
Ginny.
yeah.
She sort of has the same head as Hermione, but it does have the added like kind of freckles across the
Yeah.
nose.
Oh, nice.
So it is an exclusive.
She don't
head,
look good, but
but
she's there.
yeah.
She appears.
Well, she's this is before the advent of short leg. Well, I guess it's not before, but they weren't giving short legs
Yeah.
anyway at this time to Harry Potter characters. So she looks as tall as the other ones, which is kind of weird. but-
because she was young.
yeah. The Tom Riddle was pretty good.
I
He's
forgot
got
about
the
him.
he's
I
got the
didn't know.
Slytherin robes and sort of a weird looking face, but pretty good for 2002 at
Yeah.
this point.
Yep.
But again, this was across multiple years, leaning into that modular system where you
Mhm.
could stack the castle actually on top of this Chamber of Secrets build, and there were other ones that you could sort of branch off of the sides. So pretty fun stuff. I like the classic stuff. Again, I like the wacky molded pieces that we would never see anything like this again. It's
Yeah.
too many specialty pieces. So what do you guys think about this one?
I mean,
It's okay if y'all forget my choices. I know I've got some weird taste.
I do like them. Now, I wouldn't get it, but I already have the Gilderoy because he's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like there's parts of it that I really like, and then the Basilisk is really cool as well.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get the set, but I might get things from the set,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie with you. I would just get the Lockhart and call it a day.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
which is what I've already done because he's
It
beautiful.
would be
Yeah,
it would be a
he's so
hard
good.
pass for me. So
The Basilisk for a long time was, I would say, the best Basilisk we had, because for a long time they were doing these terrible brick built
Yeah.
things that were
yeah.
so poorly done.
I mean, the
one
one that came in the Great
the most
Hall
recent,
was horrid.
yeah, that was awful.
I don't even know what that was supposed to be.
The one that came in the most recent Hogwarts
Was good.
/ Chamber of Secrets is pretty good. It's kind of a hybrid
Yeah.
brick build with some specialty molded
But
pieces.
I
with
still would say
sort
this
of a
is
new
better.
head and jaw. Yeah, but so good stuff from that. All right, Austin, we are on to round 3. What
All
you
right.
got?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. We got the Triwizard Tournament Black Lake set. This is set number 76420. 327 pieces, 5 minifigs, and this right here is great for your budget. $45. Set just came out. Grant.
I feel like you're doing like sales pitches.
I
You're
know,
like,
this man is a
you're like
legend.
trying to sell people.
Well, no, it's
I
just
like
it's
it.
like
Yes, good.
This is why I hired this guy.
In
He's
stock
great.
now at
Yeah,
atlbrick.com.
there you
Go check it out.
I think we do have one right now, but that's what I'm
We
trying to do.
probably do.
It's just how I read Daniel.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep doing your thing.
So Grant actually bought me this set for my birthday.
That was
Nice.
nice. That's
So,
this is a good price point for a gift.
and I'll tell you why I
is,
like
yeah.
it. Can you?
I
have
have the
one
box.
over there.
Yeah, get the box for this one. This one's got some nice art to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this set. Look at that, beautiful.
All right. This set comes with some great figures. You got
Absolutely.
the Merperson, and they made one of these sets back from
2005.
I was gonna say I was gonna put as an honorable mention the original.
Isn't just something Mer people?
Rescue from the Mer People was the original.
Was
name.
that right? 2005?
From 2005.
Yeah.
Yep, was the original one.
So it was
This is
basically
a remake.
the same figs, just remade. So we got the Merperson. You know, we got another Victor Crumb fig with the shark head on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it uses Transfiguration. The Harry Potter with the gills from the Gillyweed, he used in the. This was the second task, right?
Yes.
And then you have the Ron and Hermione that have the cool print on their face when they were put to sleep. One thing I really like about this set is the way you can display them, the way that the technique is set up to where they're almost, floating. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like on one of those
Yeah.
flexible tooth pieces.
They did
so
it very
they've
well.
got a little bit of like
Dangly,
flex
yeah.
to them if you want to make them kind of look like.
Yeah,
they're
but overall, it was just a super fun build. I built it with the power out in my house, so I built it in
I
the
heard
dark.
about that story, yeah.
So I used my phone flashlight to
There you
do
go.
that.
Maybe
That's
not the
that's
best build
something.
experience,
But it
a
still
good
got
set.
done, and I put it on my shelf and was like, wow, I wasn't expecting it to look that good with everything. I like how the turquoise really, is vibrant and pops.
Mhm.
It's a great color scheme.
Yeah. It's really like an underwater set, so it's something different that Harry
Yeah.
Potter did that I really like.
Because the first one that we mentioned, or the 2005 version, was a good set. It still is.
Mhm.
And for the longest time, people would always ask about that one, like, hey, do you have the set? Do you have the set? Because it's got good colors. And, it's
Yeah.
older colors. It's blue, green, but they did well. It looks great. They just have knocked this one out of the park because the color scheme they use with the dark blue, the turquoise, the olive, I think is what that is.
It's just sangria.
Or
Sangria.
sangria. Yeah, that's it. It just, once you build this, it looks great. What's different about this one is they added the whole top as well, which is a
Which
great
is really
feat,
nice,
yeah.
yeah.
This is like a grade A remake. This is exactly
yeah.
what I love to see from a remake of an already good set.
Exactly.
You keep the parts that were really great,
And add
the
on.
wacky colors that make it feel like it's underwater.
Mhm.
The big arch we had, the Harry with the fins, the Crumb with the shark head, the mermaid. But it's all upgraded to modern standards, right?
Exactly.
So, the Harry in the last one had orange flippers. In this one, they actually gave him flippers in like his
Their
skin
flesh,
tone.
yeah.
Yeah.
The mermaid got a major upgrade to be a little more movie accurate. The first one's still great, but the
this
new one's
one's
also
even
great.
creepier.
The Crumb Shark head uses I think that was in like a CMF or maybe a Batman
I think it was
figure or
different color
something
blue.
with the shark head. But then it adds new things too, right? So we got the whole iconic stand that's above the water.
And you could put
where they
like
jump
judges and like you could put if
Yeah.
you have a Dumbledore fig or
Absolutely.
like
Add some
Madame Maxime
Or add the other girl.
Yeah, we've got a new mold for the Grindylow. I think that's a fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that
addition, too.
what that is?
Mhm. They're the little like squid baby looking things. They kind of look
They're
like
like-
the thing from like Men in Black.
They like grab onto you under.
Yeah, they were like grabbing onto him, and that's why he had the like suction cup marks all over his leg and neck when he came up.
But overall, grade A. We love this set, and it's one of my favorites. So
I think it's great. This is one I would get, and I think I still need to get. I have not gotten it yet, but I think it's one I need to pick up. Has it retired?
No,
it hasn't
I don't
retired.
think
it came out this year, so you're good.
Okay, yeah. I think I still need to get this
Yeah.
one because I did have the original one when I was younger, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
They're both fantastic sets.
Yeah, I already have this one as well, so I'd say you do need to get it. It's great. Figs are great. Display looks great. It's also a lot of sets display like this. This one displays like this, so
Yeah,
it's like
right.
it doesn't take up much
It takes
space. You
up
just put it
less
right
space.
here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Joe, what you got?
All right, I'm gonna jump to the more modern era, the
Okay.
beginning of the moderns, in 2018 when Harry Potter was revived from the ashes. as Lord of the Rings should be. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm not-
move on.
Yep,
Come on, we're
you're
doing a
right.
Harry Potter
Yeah, we're
video,
not
not
talking
Lord of
about
the
Lord of
Rings.
I can't help it. My first love. 71043. Hogwarts.
Okay.
I think it's just Hogwarts Castle.
I was expecting you to say something else.
The edition, it does not say. But this is the big one, guys.
Ooh.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the 2018 one.
This is what most people refer to as the UCS Hogwarts.
Exactly,
basically.
yeah. It's 5,975 parts, which is a lot. It's a great build. This thing's huge. I mean, it would take up this
It's
much
massive.
space right
It's
here.
like, yeah.
It
It
is
comes in
hard
two
to
chunks
display.
that-
It is hard to
separate.
display. I have, like, the back and the front are hanging off my shelf just a little.
It's just because it's a very unusual shape. I
exactly.
have deeper shelves, so I'm able to contain it on one,
Uh-huh.
but it's not a very efficient use of the space. But I like that. I like irregular
yeah.
shapes in Lego builds as opposed to
Exactly.
things that are just rectangles
Now,
and squares.
if you own this set, raise your hand.
yeah, okay.
So we're all Harry Potter fans here, folks.
Yep.
Big.
This
That's
is-
why we're all in this video. and
Exactly.
Mark, that's why we didn't tell Mark
That we were filming, yeah. We don't want to, after this, just mention how good your lunch was, and that's it. Anyway.
we just talked a little Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
This is cool because it's a large scale, obviously. You get the microfigs to go with it. I haven't even opened the bag with the microfigs because I'm not too worried about setting them up in the inside where you can't see them anyway.
I agree.
Fair enough.
But they do have the Dementors flying around on the outside, which looks really cool.
about prison was
What the Dementors?
Prison Mike. Now, the
Prison
fig,
Mike.
we did get figs, and it's the founding fathers.
I love it. No,
The founders?
The
just the founders.
The
That was
house-
1776.
I know. I was like, that ain't right. 'cause
Yeah,
two of
you
them-
got your Ben Franklin, you got your George Washington,
John
you got your John
Adams.
Adams, you got your John Hancock. Really, things we never would have seen otherwise.
Maybe even a Herbie Hancock.
All right. As I was saying, we got all four of the founders, which is really cool for each house.
Because we wouldn't have got
There's
these
no way we
otherwise.
would have got them anyway.
I didn't get
else.
Unless they had done they're doing like the house banners now, and they had previously done like the classrooms.
But
Unless
it's
they
like-
had done them in something
Yeah,
like
we're-
that.
They're exclusive.
It's something
was
you
the perfect
wouldn't
reason to
expect
do
them to make, but they did, and I'm so glad they did because they look great, you know. And then you have each distinct house. Speaking of which house are you, Daniel?
I'm a Slytherin.
Knew it. And you?
People ask me this question.
And
Do you not have an answer?
I've told you all this. I don't believe in doing that.
probably because
come
you got Gryffindor, didn't you?
I have never taken the thing.
Okay, all right. fair
Uh,
enough.
Do you even have a
Gryffindor,
Pottermore
sure.
account?
Huh?
Do you even have a Pottermore account?
I-
Wait, no,
I-
it's not called
I know
Pottermore.
exa-
anymore.
I don't
What's
even
it
know what
called
you're
now?
talking about.
I never got
They
into
changed
that.
the name of it. It used to be Pottermore. And
I
that
would
was
say
the,
Gryffindor or Ravenclaw.
It's like wizardingworld.com now, but
Yeah.
Pottermore used to be the thing where you could go to you could get your Patronus, you could get your wand.
I haven't done it in a while.
You're
but
a
when I first
Hufflepuff,
did it, I
aren't
was
you?
a Hufflepuff.
You're a
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Now Ravenclaw, in my opinion, is the coolest color-wise, but I'll take Hufflepuff. I just didn't want to be a Gryffindor, you know.
Okay,
No one
here's
wants
your,
to be-
all right, here's
You're not
your-
shopping
here's your
for a
fun
new
Harry,
pair of
Here's your
jeans
fun
out
Harry
here.
Potter trivia for today. the colors of Ravenclaw are not actually silver and dark blue in the books. Do you know what the colors of Ravenclaw are supposed to be?
No.
It's dark blue and like a copper or a bronze kind of
That
color.
would be
But they
cool.
switched it to like
Ooh.
silver for the movies for some reason.
Which
I
is
don't know
weird
why.
because Slytherin is silver.
Oh yeah, exactly.
green.
But it was originally it's kind of like a bronzy, coppery color.
Interesting. So yeah. Anyway, this set's great. It has several small little extra builds, like the boats going to the
I
boathouse.
love that they added the boats.
Yeah, the boat and the little piece for the wake is perfect.
Yeah.
You get Hagrid's hut, the Whomping Willow, and then several of those small, like you got the sorcerer or not from the Sorcerer's Stone, the Chamber of Secrets.
Mhm.
You get the
chess match.
That's right, the chess match.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember all. There's several different things in there.
I think most of the. I don't
Is
think
there
I
a
have an
picture of the
interior
back?
Picture up
No,
here. Yeah, let
but
me-
but they're all the little.
They
there's
had
a-
an
there's
Umbridge
a Klaus room. Umbridge is
Office.
Yep.
Yep, they have that.
So overall, I just think this is a great set. If you are a Harry Potter fan, you should get this set because they're not going to make something this size. It's like this again.
It's definitely a staple
Yeah,
of any Harry Potter
exactly.
collector.
It was
Oh,
most
the moving
of the
staircases too. That's something that's
So
really
yeah,
cool.
under the staircase, if you went to the right, it was all like Chamber of Secrets stuff. So you had the door to the Chamber of Secrets, which was a
Mhm.
sticker piece, but it was nice, and then the chamber itself, and then going to the left, sort of, was all of the
Sorcerer's
Stone. So there was a part that was actually trapped like between the two builds, which you can't see in its finished form. That has the Devil's Snare vines, and then you go into the room with the winged keys, the chess match, and then the room with the Mirror of Erised. So I guess the one they didn't have was the room with Fluffy, but that's because it wasn't really underground.
Fluffy.
I will say one thing I really liked about this. I've seen it at your house too.
Uh-huh.
The stained
Yes,
glass.
dude. I displayed mine in front of a window, and it wasn't on purpose. It was just the spot I had it. And when the light is coming through that window, man,
It's one of the most beautiful things.
It looks so good.
I actually had mixed feelings about this because I think
About what?
when you're looking at it from the inside and it's backlit, I think it's cool to see the stained glass from the inside. But I think if you're looking at it from the exterior and you have a light behind it and you're looking at the colored stained glass,
wrong.
Who displays it backwards?
I know. I'm saying I don't, but I think when you have a light behind it and you're looking at the outside, you never see. There's no colored stained glass on it from the exterior, as far as I know. You can never see it, really.
I don't care. I think it looks
You
great.
just get the kind of warm yellow glow.
It looks really cool.
It does look. It looks good as a feature, but I don't know. I don't know why.
I'll take that. We'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, would you guys buy this? Yes.
I already
all right.
did. Yeah, we already
exactly.
covered.
We all have it. So.
Yeah.
I already bought it.
I also have bought the new smaller one.
Yeah.
Did you
which
get that one?
I'm going to get.
You're
for
going
very
to.
soon.
You're holding out. You think you're not going to get that
I bought something else I'll get to later.
Yeah,
That's
there
something
you
else. Okay, gotcha. My turn? Did you go? What are we on? Number
That's
3?
what I just did.
Okay, you were moving into modern times. I'm still crawling around in the primordial ooze. My next set is from 2003.
He said use.
Yeah, I did. So this is set 4720 Knockturn Alley. This is probably the smallest set, probably that any of us have picked. But I really like this one. It's a small set. There were not a lot of sets released in 2003, but there were just some really wacky parts that came in
What
this
set is
one.
that?
So this was when Harry said Diagon Alley.
Diagon
And he-
Alley.
He,
It was
ended,
in
up,
Knockturn
he ended
Alley.
up in Borgin and Burke's in Knockturn Alley. So it's this creepy little shop. It's all like in dark gray and black and sand blue and dark blue. It's a really spooky color scheme.
Which is perfect.
And there's these crazy pieces. Some of them came in like studio sets. There's a trans-clear head that's printed with a brain. It's supposed to look like a brain in a jar or something.
Happy normal.
There's like thank you. There's a 1x2 tile
Cool.
with the. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. When he ends up in Borgin and Burke's, there's a name of it. The hand that he grabs and like grabs on his
Oh.
hand. It's like the hand of glory or something.
Yeah, it is the hand of
The
glory.
hand of
yeah.
glory. Yeah. So just
And then like
just
Malfoy behind it
wacky,
or something.
spooky
Everything looks
pieces.
like
The
that.
box art is really crazy looking. It only comes with 2 minifigs, but I'm pretty sure they're both exclusive. You get Harry in sort of a sand green sweater, and then a Lucius Malfoy in sort of a black and red kind of pinstripe suit. So pretty cool figs. Let me just verify. Yeah, they are both exclusive to this set.
Oh, there you go.
So for a small set, really good.
Yeah.
2003. Would you guys get this one?
No,
There's-
but it is neat.
there's not much to it, but it's cool
It's not
looking.
very cool as a build,
No.
but it has cool elements, like obviously the brain in the hand.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like your classic Harry Potter, Daniel.
Yeah, this was one I actually missed out on as a kid, so I bought as an adult, to fill that gap in my childhood.
There you go.
That's how we all are as adult fans of Lego. We're all
It's
just
true. It's like, dang it, I missed it.
retroactively
I'm gonna go
getting
get
all
it
the things
now.
we missed as a kid.
Now that we have
Yeah.
money.
Yep,
Well,
exactly.
yeah,
Speak for yourself. All right, Austin, what do you got next?
All right. I got
number 4.
Yes, number 4. This is one of my favorite sets. I know you love this set.
I do love this set.
The Hungarian Horntail Dragon. Set number 76406. Has 671 pieces. Only $50. It's very close to the price of the Triwizard set.
And this is the 2022 version.
Yes, the
not
2022.
not the older version.
This set, I did not know whenever you built it, the moving feature that it had.
So cool.
You didn't know that was a thing when you bought it?
No.
You thought it was just a
I-
display statue?
I was like, that's cool. I'm going to get it.
It is cool.
But the way the wings kind of like flap
Fly.
in the wind, and for the price point, I'm like, it blew me out of the water.
it's so
And it has a cool little nameplate on the front, and they did it with Fox and
And
Hedwig.
I was going to say,
Yes.
if you want to view it this way, this is kind of like the third one in the series, sort of.
Yeah.
They did Hedwig and the Fox with these
which
sort
are
of flying
both really
creatures.
good.
Yeah.
And I think
I think the dragon's the best.
I-
I
that's
think
what I'm
this
saying.
is the best
I got-
one. It's
I-
got the most going on.
I think Fox had the best figure.
Fox is the nice fig, and it's a good build. But this thing is just awesome.
I mean, just like the little like details, like all the little spikes all
Yeah.
the way down its back. I mean, it was such a good solid build, and it
Mhm.
looks so great. You can I put mine up on a stand behind my castle,
Nice.
so it looks kind of cool with the dragon flying over the castle.
Little
Yeah.
force perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, in the 4th book and the first task, it actually flew over the castle
Yeah.
when Harry was, on his broomstick trying to get the golden egg. as
which is
depicted,
really
depicted.
and I love that they did the Harry like that. They didn't just put him on a display stand. They actually have him
he's
flying away from
shooting
it.
out, and he's got that newer broom
Yep.
kind of mold there, which is really great. I think this is one of the few instances where something brick built is better than the large molded
yeah.
pieces.
I
mean,
agree.
And that fire piece too is really cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that dual molded fire piece. But the way they have like all the rows of horns on the head, the horns on the tail are insane. You would never see that level of detail
On molds.
even in one of the molded ones. And then using those kind of cloth wing pieces akin to like Ninjago or
Yeah.
something, I think was a great move. You get those more kind of tattered, gnarly looking wings that way.
Exactly.
Than if you
And
did
it's all
molded
really
ones.
flexible too.
Yeah, it
like you
is.
can move it around a lot,
Yeah.
so you can move it around your set, so it's not in the way of stuff. So
Yeah. I think this one's really good. I would have to say that I would pass on it just because it's not the kind of stuff that I usually have in my collection, but I think it's really well done for what it is.
Yeah, the minifig also is really nice because it has some nice arm printing that's
Yeah, I see
unique
that as
to it.
well.
But I won't pass because I already have this one, and this
Actually, is it
after
arm printing or
it's
is it
dual
just dual
molded
molded?
arms with arm printing,
With printing, okay.
which is pretty crazy.
it's a nice fig.
So I already have this set. It's awesome. Looks great. Fig's great.
Price point.
Price point is insane.
It's affordable.
Yeah, it's
you know.
it's such a good price. So,
So-
I'd highly recommend that one. And because I got that one, it made me want to go back and get the other two. which
And
I
especially
did.
if you're a new Harry Potter fan starting out, it's like you can put this on your desk and people aren't going to think about it, you know?
I have
so,
a friend who actually got it before me, and that's what made me want to get it because I saw his built. And
Yeah.
he's not a Lego collector. He likes them. He had it when he was younger, but he got it as a Christmas gift, and I saw it and I was like, man, that is cool.
It's
and
a
then I did
dragon,
the little
you know?
the little
Yeah.
flying wing thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
you got to have it.
So,
Gotta
yeah,
have it.
definitely a good one.
All right, Joe, what do you got? What do you got for us?
Digging in an alley.
Diagonally.
Digging in an alley.
Exactly.
What's that?
Yeah,
Sorry, I
that's
didn't
next
hear
on my list. Is
You gotta enunciate.
Diagon Alley.
Oh, there you go.
Is
The
it
2020 version, mark my words, which has 5,475 pieces and about like 20 minifigs. I didn't write it down, but I think it's like 20.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of minifigs.
It's some cool minifigs.
I really love this set. And again, same thing we were talking about with Hogsmeade earlier, is when you go to Universal, you get to walk through Diagon Alley.
17 figs.
Yeah, so 17 minifigs. Some of them are unique. Some of them are just, your standard students that are redone. One of those beautiful remakes is our boy Lockhart
Yeah.
in
Yep,
another
that's a good
beautiful way.
Great cape.
Yeah, he's another beautiful minifigure. That's my favorite fig from the set, actually.
Got a Florian
Yeah,
Fortescue in
double-sided
there.
purple and goldish
It's
cape.
like the lilac. I mean, the Lego
Lavender,
color is
yeah.
lavender, but they're going for his lilac outfit, which is what he's always
Yeah.
talking about his favorite
So,
color is.
This set is great. You've got the 4 separate buildings that you can. They're modular, so you can display them however you want. You can display it as an alley. You can, display them like I have them all long ways because that's how my shelf fits, and they look so good. And same thing as I have them on that same shelf where there's light coming through from a window, which shines and backlights it through the window. So I love the set. I think it's beautiful. All the different colors. I really like sets that are like that, like the Ninjago City and Gardens and such like that. Anytime you have such a wide array of color and it just all fits so well together, it's just beautiful.
For a while, I believe this was the only way to get the Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw.
No, it wasn't the Hufflepuff. It was
Not
only
just
the
the
Ravenclaw.
The Ravenclaw.
And that
Quidditch
thing got
uniform.
expensive.
Yeah.
And now they throw it out
unfortunately,
all the time.
Yeah.
They put it in a poly bag, finally.
Yeah, they
That's a
did
nice
that as well as I think there was a Quidditch set that came with
Yes.
at least all 4,
Yeah.
maybe some minifig packs.
Quidditch
so.
trunk.
Fortunately, every
It's nice.
every house can get their Quidditch representation
There
very
you go.
easily now.
But yeah, I think that, and the cool thing about this one is it has that extra box inside, that
was cool.
21 that says Silencio on the outside.
No, that is cool.
And no one, it wasn't rumored, it wasn't leaked, no one knew it was in there until someone opened it up and was like, what is this? You know? And it was an extra box that had the little stand that says, welcome to Diagon Alley, quoted by Hagrid. Then it comes with an extra Hagrid and Dirty Harry.
With this ill-fitting pants.
Yes.
It's ill-fitting.
Yes.
Which is just a really cool touch. I think it made it a more magical set, if I may.
Yeah, I think so. It added something unique to it that
Exactly.
we've never seen before.
And this is, 3 years old, but it's still retail. I think this is probably the end of the line for it. I'm looking at one right now. We have one
We
out
have
there.
two.
We have
Okay.
two.
Oh, wow.
Two
guys.
sealed.
There you go.
And it's still retail for $450, which is a great price point
And
for
with
that mini
Gringotts
part.
available now. I mean,
Exactly. And that's the reason it hasn't retired, is because they threw
Yeah.
Gringotts
Yeah.
out and we're like, all right, put them together.
Yeah, they weren't gonna pull like a modulars where the first one's impossible to get and skyrockets in value.
So I think this is a great set. What do y'all guys think? Would you get it?
I have it. I love it.
There you go.
One of my favorite builds ever.
It's great. I would not get it. It just takes up way too much room.
It does take up a ton
See,
of
that's
space.
what I like about
These are enormous buildings.
They're
It's
great.
great if you want a
Yes.
feature piece. It's humongous. It's like buying 4 modular buildings in one set, basically.
No, fair enough.
You
So-
get the value.
I also built it with my wife, and the ratio was about 2 to 1.
Now, is it 4 separate instruction manuals?
Yes,
or just
so
2?
that's
which is
what-
what's
so you
nice.
could build it with 4 different.
So I
not
built
just
2 while she built 1.
Yeah.
And then she built the other one later.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah,
There's a
it's-
lot of
it's-
times you see split sets that you can maybe build with like 2 people.
Yeah,
but to
I'm
see
glad
one
they
split
did
into
each building
4,
differently. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. You could do that as like a whole family.
And I will say,
Wow.
Wizards.
One more time.
Wizards.
Weasley's Wizardly Wheezes.
I didn't know you were a Weezer fan.
Yeah, Weezer. No, Fred and George's Joke Shop.
There you go. There you
We'll
go.
say that the interior is awesome.
Weasley's Wizardly.
They got all sorts.
Wheezes.
No,
Yes.
that's still wrong. Weasley's Wizard Wheezes.
I thought it was Wizardly.
You said Wizardly. No,
You
it's not Wizardly.
You know poo.
Yeah, you know poo.
No, but just a lot of cool candies and all that stuff. The interior looks really, really great. So
Yeah, there's fun
all
stuff
the
in
shops
there.
have great interiors that reflect kind of the books and the movies. So a great set.
I agree. Diagon
All right,
Alley.
well, that was yours, Joe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I said I was going to go chronologically, but I'm going to have to follow that
I was
up
gonna say, you
with
better.
the OG Diagon Alley
OG.
from 2011. So what year was yours? 22?
So
21?
9 years apart.
9 years apart? Okay. So 9 years apart, 2011. This is Diagon Alley set 10217 is one that I picked. This is one that I did get when it was new, which I think has a lot in common, but a lot different than the old one. So
Agreed.
they were very large-scale buildings. It came with a huge swath of minifigs. This one had 12, which even for 2011
That's
was
a
pretty
lot.
rare
Yeah, it is a good
to
amount.
get that many minifigs in a set. So what was nice was you got Gringotts in this one,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 sort of side buildings, so you could kind of make an alley with
Yeah.
Gringotts at the end, which people who got Diagon Alley were like, "Where's Gringotts? Are we ever gonna get Gringotts?"
And that was really a thing for you,
for
like the first
what now,
year
like
or so.
2 years, yeah, at
3
least
years,
a year
yeah.
that people have been kind of wondering when are we
Yeah.
gonna get a Gringotts to go with our Diagon Alley. So it was nice that this was kind of all in one, but they were a lot more limited and more kind of playset style as opposed to the more 18+ style.
Mm-hmm.
The Ollivanders was good, but it was very colorful. Ollivanders is more of like a
Yeah.
black and gray kind of dirty, bleak looking shop. This one was a little colorful, but we got some really nice pieces. I know those 1x2 bricks with the groove in them in sand green now are like $6 or $8 a piece, because I think they only came in this set and Green Grocer.
Dang.
So they're like outrageous. But the best part of this set was again getting another copy of Borgin and Burke's. So I inadvertently have 2
Borgin
Knockturn
and
Alley
Burke's.
/ Borgin and Burke's
Big
on my
Borgin guy.
list. I am a big Borgin fan. I don't know what can I say.
He's a great guy.
Mighty Borgin Power Rangers. But this was fun. Now this was your bleak, black and gray,
Yeah,
dirty
that thing
looking
is not
building,
looking so hot.
and that's probably why they made Ollivanders more colorful. They couldn't do 2
But
super
dingy
dark
dark
ones,
shops.
But you're buying it. You love Borgin.
I love it. I got it anyway. It had a bunch of glow-in-the-dark tiles, which was really cool, and you had that sort of half-round window, which I think we saw most in, was it Order of the Phoenix or Half-Blood Prince, when they're like hiding on the roof, like looking in the mirror.
I
It must
rewatched
be
recently.
Half-Blood Prince because it's the one with the vanishing cabinet.
That's
It's the Half-Blood Prince.
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
the
Malfoy's
Draco's trying
Number
to
yeah,
6.
Malfoy's
prove
trying
himself.
to get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vanishing cabinet working. And this did have the vanishing cabinet inside. This set had
Oh.
a vanishing cabinet, and I think the Hogwarts Castle that came out this same year had a vanishing
That's
cabinet.
cool.
In it. So it was
That's
kind of
nice.
cool.
Cool
that
connection.
You had the design in both of those sets, and if you had both of them, you could actually do that. It also had, a Flue Network fireplace, so if you
Nice.
wanted to do like from Chamber of Secrets, you could do that as well, but that was just a really cool looking building. The Gringotts had at least one large vault in it and some goblin desks as well, but this was probably the first time we got a number of these figures. I'm pretty sure this might have been the first Fred and George
I think it is.
that we got it. At
And
least
it's
in
literally the
orange
exact
suits,
same
for
figure.
Yep, the Ollivander might have been the first one. I mean, we've
Well,
gotten
yes,
a lot of Ollivanders since.
We only have 3.
Like in that micro scale.
There's only 3
one,
Ollivanders, and that's the first one.
Were those some of the first goblins we ever got?
No,
there
we
was
got
an
them
original
before.
Gringotts that had goblins,
It's like
which I
the
think
bank
were these
ball.
same head molds, but
That's
they came in tan. Yeah, so it's unusual to see these kind of creepy molded heads without
No
any prints
printing,
as
it's
late as 2011. I mean, this was not uncommon
Mm.
in either Star Wars or Harry Potter circa the early 2000s,
Yeah,
but
But then
these were maybe a little out of date by 2011, I will
Mhm.
say. But a lot of these other figs were really pretty good for the time. Again, this set has been replaced by something that's probably bigger and better, but I still have a soft spot for this one because it's the one that I had originally. So I don't know what you guys think about this one. I know I'm picking some probably unpopular choices for the more modern fans.
I do like this one, but having the new one, I'm like, I'm good.
Especially now that Gringotts
Gringotts,
has come
yeah.
out. Maybe before Gringotts had come out.
Maybe I would have been
people might
like,
more
well,
drawn
maybe
to
I'll
this
get
one.
that one. But no,
Yeah.
I
think
have no desire.
Yeah. I think it's cool. It's not for me.
Yeah.
but
It is still cool. And
It's
you-
a cool
It's
staple.
classic, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Older
beat
stuff.
that.
Fair. All right, Austin, what do you got for your last one?
Speaking of,
Final set. Yeah.
Last
Speaking
round.
of Gringotts, I think one of the coolest sets Harry Potter has ever made just came out, as most of y'all probably know. Retails for $430. Set number is 76417. 4,800 pieces. 13 minifigs.
Did you say the name of it?
he was building
I
up.
said
to it.
Gringotts.
All right.
Yeah.
Ah.
You brought your box.
I
in
brought
here
my
too,
box
actually.
in. I am in the process of building it right now. And I'm
Did
told
you,
it's
get
a
it?
big
Did you buy it
it's
in
a big
stores or did
box.
you order it?
I called every store in Atlanta, the 2 Lego stores.
And they didn't have
They
it?
didn't have it. So I had to order it. Box came in great condition though. Which
Yeah,
is
this box
good.
does look great.
Yeah. So I started building it and it's one of the most fun builds I've ever done.
That's awesome.
The under portion of it, can you pull up a picture of it?
Yeah.
The under portion,
Give me that set number.
I
one
started
more time, and then you can start your
76417.
76417. The under portion is one of the coolest things that I think Lego has ever done.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anything like it. Like when I first started building it, and I'm still halfway through the build. It starts off as like a plane of just like one-dimensional stuff,
Mhm.
and before you know it, after a few bags, you're looking at a three-dimensional like stand
That's
with all these different like places where the carts are gonna fit in and where the dragon's gonna be on top.
Uh-huh.
It's such a great set, and the way that you can display it with the new Diagon that you were talking about from 2020,
Yeah, I really want to get this set for that.
and the
the
way
closest thing I could think to compare it to is maybe like the Stranger Things house.
I guess.
Like the upside
just
down?
in
Yeah.
the sense that it's sort of this large kind
Yeah.
of suspended
Yeah.
structure, but
There's really nothing
then
like
it's-
it.
yeah.
This is kind
very
of
unusual.
a new thing for them.
And I've heard that you can fit the dragon inside the actual bank. Like the
Wow.
back side is
Oh,
open, so you're able. There's a lot of cool play features with that, so you can like reach your hands in there and stuff. You know, it comes with all the goblins. There's an exclusive goblin in there, isn't there?
yeah,
It has like arm
there's no
printing,
inventory
arm
for
printing
it
on
yet.
it.
these two are
Yeah.
both brand new. That guy's brand new. That guy's brand new. The grip hook is
That looks
might
about
have
the
some
same as the
slight different.
CMF,
Might have slight differences
because the
but pretty
CMF had
much-
arm printing.
I
pretty
will
much
s-
the same. Yeah.
One thing that they did that was awesome is on the box. They showed, so they have here. Would you mind handing it to me? Yeah. I'm gonna try to show this part right here.
Nice. There you go, bud.
So as
You're really wrestling with it.
yeah. So basically, what they did is they have, the first film when Harry first goes to Gringotts. He just found out he's a wizard. Hagrid takes him, they go past the Sorcerer's Stone in Hagrid's vault that he picks up.
Is it the same Hagrid and Harry?
Yeah,
Not
from
the
Harry.
Harry. The Harry is different because he's not dirty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he had dirt on the back of his head. I may be wrong.
Okay, he doesn't have the dirt,
Yeah.
but he's still got his ill-fitting pants.
But then the cool thing is they also have, in Deathly Hallows Part 2, you have the Gringotts Escape, where Harry, Ron, and Hermione kind of go in and try to get the Horcrux from Bellatrix Lestrange's vault. And then they escape on the dragon, which is also a really cool feature of this set.
Well, they've grouped these figs on here, and there's actually a little symbol in the corner
So
that
it
says
shows the movie.
movie 1 and movie 8.
And they don't
which is super
advertise
cool.
that as well, but when
Yeah.
you get the box, you're like, oh, that's a cool feature, something else that I kind of paid for. It's like
Yeah.
2 storylines going on at once. So, gift with purchase is also really cool, adds extra track.
Which I do
to
have.
the,
I need to build that.
Yeah. It's a lot of stickers, though. I don't like that. But
Yeah, I think the only one that really bothers me is the nameplate right across the
God,
front. That's like,
bank.
Diagon Alley might have even had some of that same
Yeah,
problem. The
see-
thing you really need to get right is the name of the right on the front of the building.
Yeah.
That's one thing with Harry Potter that in recent years they've done too many stickers. They got to do some more printed tiles.
Yeah.
Because I'm not very good at stickers.
Or find a way to do them in one sticker instead of
Yeah.
the separated ones. Yeah, kind of an unfortunate thing there.
No, but that's one of my favorite sets. So
But yeah, there's some really great stuff going on in there. I saw there's the waterfall under.
Yeah.
oh, the
You don't
water
really
feature is
see
awesome.
that in
And
most
there's
of
some
these
stalactites on the bottom too.
Yeah.
They really had a cool cave feature.
I like that there are 3 different vaults, kind of portraying each of the 3 different ones we see throughout the movies.
Yeah.
So you get Harry's vault that's full of his parents' gold.
Mhm.
You get the Sorcerer's Stone vault, and then you get at the very bottom Bellatrix's
Yep.
vault, which is the one guarded by the dragon that has the Hufflepuff's cup in it.
Another thing that's really cool is at each vault there's a little place that stops the cart,
Mhm.
and there's a little switch that you manually hit to go to the next one.
That's
So it's
awesome.
not just
Pretty
like
cool.
one free fall thing, which you can do, but the
Yeah.
switch is kind of cool if you're trying to play with it or
That's
do
cool.
whatever.
That's pretty neat.
It's super neat.
A lot of cool rock work
stuff.
at the bottom.
I
So.
think I saw there was like a little pink ball on it. I think it's supposed to be one of those little I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like a puffskein. The
I
little,
think
the little
that's
like
what you're
puffball
talking
creatures that I
Pygmy
think
puff?
Luna Lovegood has.
Pygmy,
yeah,
right
maybe
there.
pygmy puff.
Pygmy puff.
Yeah, a little pink ball. I think it's supposed to be one of those.
Wow, I didn't
yeah,
realize I was
those little
there.
puffball guys.
That's nice.
Yeah,
They sell them
That's
at
pretty cool.
Fred and George's, right?
maybe. I don't know. Well, I think it's like an animal. I think it's a
Oh.
creature. I don't think it's like a toy.
A pygmy puff?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's later Harry Potter trivia, which I'm not as good at. as
Yeah,
some
we may have
people.
failed that one, but it's okay.
Maybe somebody will correct us in the comments. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
All right, Joe, what do you got? What's your last choice?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that set. By the way, you didn't ask the.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get. Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna get it.
Joe,
I'm again.
Are you gonna
not-
buy it?
Yes.
How
Okay.
soon?
I don't know.
ASAP.
TBD?
So much money.
There you go.
It is a lot of money.
Yeah, we'll
It's
see.
a lot.
But it's great. I made sure I already got the promo, so that I can wait now, not having to worry about missing out on that. So
There you go. I mean, I'm sure I'll pass on it again because I didn't get Diagon Alley, but I think it's great to see more stuff like this from Harry
Yeah.
Potter. I think this is exactly what they should be doing right now. All right, Joe, what's your
All
final
right.
choice?
my last one is 76392 from 2021, Target exclusive Hogwarts chess set, which I think is called
This
Hogwarts
is-
Wizard
Yeah,
chess.
this is
Chess.
good.
which
I
is
like
860 parts. It's not retail anymore, but it retailed for $60, and that's 800 parts. That's a great price
That's a
point.
good price point.
That
And
is
then
pretty good.
comes with the 3 figures from the Sorcerer's Stone,
Mhm.
which is the Ron, Hermione, and Harry, and you get the Golden Snape
Yeah.
as the 20th anniversary. Which the reason I got this set was because I like chess, and also because the Golden Snape is the coolest of the golden figures in my opinion. And
You have all of them now.
I do
don't
have
you?
all of them now, yes.
Right.
But that was the first
Right
one
on.
I got, and the set was super fun to build. I built it once for fun. I bought it and built it,
Mhm.
which was great. Then later, Mark bought one and wanted to do a review on it. So for our YouTube channel, this is out there somewhere on our YouTube channel. We did a speed build of it, and me and him built it together in a time lapse.
Mhm.
And that was really fun again,
That's
because
neat.
talking about it with someone as you build it. Because the chess pieces are the coolest part. I mean, the board's nice, it's
They're
a nice,
very cool.
but they're
it's
really sick, and the
a
parts
little
are
redundant,
awesome.
I think, to build, but
Yeah.
I think it's well
Repetitive.
It was
maybe.
fun. It was
Yeah.
fun, and the parts you get, all the different helmets in the white and black, the different swords in white and black, was
Oh,
just
yeah.
really cool.
fantastic pieces. I know Castle fans were thrilled with
Oh
this.
yeah,
To get
which
some
is
of
why
those
Mark
new,
wanted
those
to do
new
it.
recolors for a lot of the swords, the helmets, the
Yeah.
shields.
Can
So-
you play real chess on the board?
I did.
That's cool.
I
Yeah,
played with my brother when
It's
I
got
got
all the
built it.
pieces in the right
Now,
number of squares.
the
so,
one
yeah.
thing that was not cool is they just slide easily because there's no stoppers or anything like that on the
Yeah.
bottom. But
Yeah.
if
And
you
normal
really
chess
wanted to
pieces
make
would be,
it,
like,
You get
weighted,
little
so
felt
yeah.
pads you could put underneath
you could
it.
figure it out if
Yeah.
you wanted to. But it's a nice display.
The
I like it.
The plates on the bottom of the figures are not like the inverted tiles; they are regular plates.
Uh-huh.
So you could make your own chess board that uses like
Exactly.
2x2 jumpers or something if you wanted to be
Yeah.
able to stick them on there, which I may consider doing in the future. But I did get this set. I think it's fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
both for the parts
I think
and
it's an
just as a
underrated.
chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say it's underrated too. I believe this one was a Target exclusive.
It
I think
was,
it's
yeah.
which is why a lot of people missed out on it.
And as soon as they retired, everyone was like, "What? Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it started selling a lot.
But yeah, I think it's really great. I think it's better than a lot of the older chess sets. I mean, we had, there were cool Castle and Viking chess sets that just used kind of random assortments of minifigures, but seeing the way that they recreated these chess pieces from the movie, especially like the bishops, which have those crazy like spiral staff things, and they used like the Indiana Jones whips recolored in white and black,
which is crazy.
The iconic the king and queen, which has the sword, which at the end comes toppling out and clatters to the ground. Like they nailed the look of all of these kind of non-traditional looking chess pieces.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Would you get this one, or do you have it, Austin?
I do not have it. I need to get it. Like you said, it's underrated and it slid under the radar for me. But after you can play chess on it, that's cool.
I know, it's pretty neat.
It's
so
great.
It's
fantastic.
And I like the Severus Snape there. That's a cool figure.
And you can even play chess. If you want to substitute, if you want to put Ron on the back of the horse, or
so that's cool.
have Harry and Hermione playing as their chess pieces, you can do that too, which is fantastic.
Yep. All right, Daniel,
finish
us off strong.
Let's round this out. My
you got
last
anything that's
choice,
not old?
Yeah, the OG Diagon Alley, 2011. That was my newest one.
That's my bad.
But since I did go out of order on the last one, I'm going backtracking a little bit to 2004.
Oh.
This is 4757, another version of Hogwarts Castle. Go figure.
Oh, yeah.
This was the second edition, which was largely based on Prisoner of Azkaban. This is one I had as a kid, but this one had some really awesome play features that was mostly oriented around one of the old wind-up pieces, which you usually saw integrated into like cars and vehicles at the time. But what they did with this was they ran the entire clock tower off of this wind-up piece. So there was a gear you could crank on the back to wind it up to give it charge, but there were at least like 2 different levers on the side you could use to engage different components. So based off this one wind-up motor, it would make this large, exclusive, I might also add, printed clock piece on the front. Would spin around. There was a portcullis inside the gate that you could engage, and it would slowly lift up. It would raise up on its own by using a string piece. The big pendulum, which is an iconic part of the Prisoner of Azkaban movie, would swing back and forth. It was just an insane number of play features that they based off of that. There were these big brown doors that were recolored parts from like old Belleville sets, I think. Those are like crazy expensive now in brown. There was a whole side build that was for like Gryffindor Tower. A lot of great figs that came in this set as well. So this was, I think, one of the first times that we got Dementors, and they were using actually a sand green color. Really? And then underneath they were actually using, it was the skeleton torso with the floppy arms, all in sand green. But then the legs were like a single post that kind of came down out of the middle, I guess, to make them look more like they were floating as opposed to actually having legs. So they were very scary looking. They came in a couple different sets, but this was one of the first ones. This is also the one that had the Trelawney figure we were talking about earlier, who is the most expensive Harry Potter figure who came in like a regular set.
What does she go for?
She goes for
I think like $100.
She's over $100. Yeah, that purple hat on her. It's like a weird color. Was exclusive to her. Yeah, she's like $90 to $120. So
for Harry Potter, that's
compared to Star Wars, it's not much. But
that's
for a regular Harry Potter set, that's pretty expensive for a figure. She's literally entirely made up of exclusive parts. She's got this crazy blue dress and a blue torso, and then her head print with these wacky looking glasses. So really great fig there. The staircases could also move around in this one, which I think is
cool.
A feature we haven't really seen too much. They were just sort of the old large prefab stair pieces, but you could actually swing them around and connect them in different ways. There was a cool printed like chalkboard piece that had sort of writings all over it. And then there's this whole Gryffindor Tower that's like a side build that's standalone that has the revolving door piece for the Fat Lady portrait, which we had seen in the original Hogwarts Castle, but this one has the Prisoner of Azkaban version where she's actually missing, and it's got like the slash across it.
Oh wow!
Which I think is
from where
really
Sirius
cool.
Or somebody
from
slashed
where,
it.
from where Sirius or somebody slashed the painting, which I think is really nice. It might have been a sticker on that set, actually, now that I think about it, but still, I think this one was really good. This is one I had a lot of fun with when I was a kid, but again, is probably kind of past its prime and been
Fair
replaced by bigger and better things. But I know there are things that are still highly sought after by fans, namely that Trelawney minifigure. And those
the clock
printed
tower.
clock pieces are really quite expensive because a lot of people, like weird, rare printed parts like that. So, some good stuff from this one. That is the one that I have rounded it out with today. Would you guys get that one or forget that one, or do you have any other concluding thoughts for our Harry Potter discussion?
I would like to see it in person to play with it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
And the Trelawney
It's
figure.
more of a
The
place.
Trelawney is cool,
really
but
cool.
I wouldn't really want it too much.
Yeah. Fair enough. Any other concluding thoughts for our Harry Potter discussion today?
Oh. What are y'all's thoughts on the mini scale Hogwarts? The small one. The one that just came out.
The newest small one. I like it. I've already gotten it.
I
and
will
built
get it.
You will get?
Yeah.
You will get it. Did you say you were going to get it?
No.
No, you're not going to get it. You're
No.
going to pass on
I
it
think it
'cause you
looks
have
great, but I don't know how to display it with both castles. So
Okay.
it's a dilemma.
I'm just going to put it next to the other one because I like the fact that it's a more complete. Thank you. It's a more complete
Yes.
rendition of Hogwarts. You get like the full Hogwarts and grounds as compared
No,
to
it's
the
really cool.
other one, which is really, it's the parts that most people recognize: the Great Hall, the Grand Tower, and then the. I'm trying to remember what viaduct entrance, I think, is what that area is called. But I like seeing the whole.
And the mini scale one has the Durmstrang Ship,
And,
Boba's own carriage.
Yeah.
A lot of the small details that the bigger one didn't have. So.
Yeah, it's got the Whomping Willow in the car again,
Yeah.
so there's some redundancy there. It does not have Hagrid's hut, interestingly enough. They
Yeah.
didn't put that in there. But yeah, getting some other features in there, I think, is really nice. So I highly recommend that one. I've already built it, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Awesome.
But that's going to do it for us today. So thank you, Joe and Austin, for joining me and sitting down for this chat about your favorite Harry Potter sets. And thank you
Happy
all
to
for
be here.
watching. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment if we messed up on some names of Harry Potter creatures or anything. Or
Wheezy's
let
Wizard.
us know if you had
Awesome.
any other top 5 sets that you think we missed out on. Let us know down in the comments. And subscribe to Atlanta Brickco TV if you want to see more great content like this. And we will catch you on the next episode of Between the Studs. Thank you all for joining, everybody.
Obliviate.
Yeah.